Announcements, I guess. We're well after Christmas, so probably at this point we're talking about Valentine's Day.
Hopefully not, but yeah, okay.
It could be Valentine's Day-ish at this time of delivery.
Well, yeah, it's getting...
But you should get your Valentine some dice, because...
Dice or a bag.
Or a bag, yes.
So when you're out and about, people are like, ooh, where did you get that vegetable bag? You're like,
and you can say...
On. Let's see.
I got this from my Valentine. I do. I go behind my Wizard of Oz screen here.
This seems so natural.
Right?
I have
See, look at
this
that.
fancy little bag.
And there's two sizes, right?
And I have a larger bag, yes.
That's for on the go. You know, whether you're going to the dog park or you're just out and about, you know.
And the other one is large enough for my friends who like to go to conventions and buy board games.
Yes.
It is large enough to fit 4 conventional large board games in.
Or a bunch of 12-inch vinyl if you like collecting vinyl records. That's also very handy.
Or if you're into butt stuff.
Well, yeah.
we haven't counted how many...
Wookiee isn't here, so... But we have to include some butt stuff.
You know, in the name of Wookiee, we're missing the butt stuff. So
I can't wait until we have a full session with Wookiee, Seppi, Haley, obviously Adam, Jacob, Mary Beth.
They're not going to fit in this room.
Oh no. But that's going to be the new luxury resort that Larry is buying with all the monies that we're generating from this this YouTube account. I mean,
like and subscribe,
exactly.
please. You'll notice that we have upgraded one of our cameras. This is our attempt at betterment. To be perfectly honest and self-deprecating, I have the other cameras. I was just too busy this week to get them all set up. So you get to see me because I didn't want.
He's the face of the.
I didn't want one side of the table to feel more or less loved. So I decided to put the fancy camera on me.
Self-love first.
Yeah. Self-care.
Sure, call it whatever you want.
Realistically, Dan, what he's trying to say is he hooked this one up because he didn't want us. See, they can see them. They can't see us.
See, that's it. I figured that. You know
he wants
what I
to
mean?
keep us in.
You might get the nose in there.
In low HD.
I'm saving the best for last.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
But yeah, if you guys don't know Larry, he's got 1,001 projects at any given time. So whether it's building a house or an underground bunker or working in here, he's always got something. He's got the wife and the kids.
Speaking
and all
of,
that stuff.
I have just become a Roll20 partner.
Yes.
So we will hopefully start publishing some of our content on Roll20.
Very cool.
In the not too distant future. I think that is all of the announcements.
Has everybody been introduced to Adam yet?
Everybody on the stream has, but not everybody in the room.
Oh, okay. Adam,
So-
Yes,
would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Oh, was I supposed to say more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Adam. I've been playing D&D for a while now. Friends with Dan. He's doing my tattoos as well. So, yeah, and I was here one kind of one-off shot before, and
Haley. I believe?
Yep, had my character introduced, and then was lost, and apparently it's going to be found again. Sounds like. So
yeah. So I've been gaming with Adam for 4 years now.
yeah, it was pandemic. So.
Oh yeah, so yeah, right at the beginning of COVID, we had started gaming on Roll20 with some other friends, and funny enough, only one person is left out of that group because all of us have left because it got a little creepy. So, and if you think for us to leave is creepy, that means it's creepy, okay? Because obviously you've seen what we do here. So
it crosses a. It crosses a line.
they crossed a lot of barriers, and we're like, oh, you know what?
I'm not cool with that.
So, but I was really excited. So to get Adam in on this group because I was like, oh man, if anybody should play in this group, it should be Adam, and obviously it's going to go well with Mary Beth's character, Haley Jacobs. I'm excited. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be interesting. And brings a lot of
Can you
diversity.
take the camera and just pull it down like a 1/4 inch and tilt it that way?
It's all on you now.
rotate.
Oh god.
Right?
Our stream views are real low this.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
Our daddy bear viewership just went up tenfold.
As I said, Larry, you're the only one without a beard now. Yeah.
Hold on.
Come on, Randy. You gotta. Everybody stroke your beard. Yeah.
I think I have a beard in the
The
car.
dirty Sanchez.
Here, put on the spider.
Put on the spider? No, the spider needs the white one
Yeah,
here that I got. The sticker's all
Mary Beth,
broken,
you
but
would be
there we go.
in charge of the spider
Those-
mustache.
Are those eyebrows or?
It could be.
It's like a judge's wig like that. I don't want to risk getting the... What is the spider hair called? I feel like that's called something. Follicles?
Would you?
I should know, but I actually don't know what it's called.
I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. But...
Oh, I kind of like that. It's kind of a nice hairstyle. It's like,
yeah.
It's like one of those
the
like
judge.
split. Would it be better if we...
Very handsome. Very regal.
now he's
there
mad.
we go.
From this angle, it kind of looks like a moth spider or something.
It does.
Yeah. Jacob, you need glasses. You need glasses here.
I got extra ones in the car. There you go.
All right, let's figure out how we can single everyone else.
Who doesn't have tattoos?
Oh, that's me.
And me.
Larry. So you
Not
can-
yet.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah, if we hit,
Yeah. Go ahead.
as soon as we hit, I think we said,
13?
no.
Double digits?
We're talking 1,000 subscribers, or 1 million views.
Yep.
1,000 subscribers gets me a tattoo.
Yep.
1 million views.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, so that depending on how many followers we get, how many views we get, dictates what we're doing on Larry. So whether it's a tramp stamp or
Or a respectable, shoulder piece.
Might I suggest starting with a blackout?
right?
No
I
one's,
think we
no one's that dumb to do
We
that.
underestimate the ability to go buy YouTube subscribers or something.
Right.
That too.
So Christmas is coming up. Buy all the subscribers so that we can get Larry tattooed by Christmas. So and we'll video that event of him getting tattooed. So it should be pretty awesome.
Presenting it to his family on Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please do that.
Look at that excitement.
Okay, and moving on.
Carnefall.
Okay, so you all have, I believe, our last session here was with Seppi on this timeline.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're
So, you rewinding just a little bit, you saw these dragons appear. Confess that it started you to molt, and then you just zipped away. While you were away, you see you go find a place that is quiet and protected, let's say, so that you can manage your molting in private. Unlike other Arakakra, you're a little bit more embarrassed or shy when it comes to your molting.
I like to light a few candles, maybe draw me a bubble bath or something more in there.
right. Yeah.
Dim the lights a little bit.
Exactly. Some personal reflection of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just do some preening and
And rice book.
Slip off my ear cocker.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say.
Since our last seeing you, you had run off following a wagon full of animals.
Yes.
The wagon traveled east for some time, stopping every once in a while to bring on new animals. But you quickly realize that it's not just only animals that they're traveling in this wagon. There is one crate that has been used for stashing kids. The animals are kind of packed around it, but eventually you see the kids in there. They seem to be feeding them something that keeps them asleep. So they wake up, they're all groggy. They give them, breakfast, and then they go back to sleep. So the kids aren't like loud and complainy. And even if they did, with the sound of the animals, it's hard to hear them.
Yep.
The troop has grown a little bit, and it now consists of about 3 or 4 bugbears and about 6 orcs. They continue east, and you find yourself at this point in time in a dark, heavily wooded forest. Dark because of the high foliage, but also just the trees have kind of this ominous presence about them. Think like Mirkwood kind of a deal, right? And you hear kind of off in a distance like some rumbling. And climbing up to the top of a tree, you see a dragon, like over there.
Okay. Like a full-size dragon?
Huge dragon.
That's a big tree, too.
Yeah. And there is like disco lights, like disco laser lights happening over there. So bright that like even in the light of day, you can see this happening.
Yeah.
But it's about like a day's journey from where you are, roughly speaking. I'm going to just kind of force it on you, I guess. But knowing who you are as a character, I would expect this would like pique your interest.
The dragon alone would be, there'd be an attempt with this animals, but at the moment I haven't seen them harm the animals. Right?
Correct.
They've just been collecting more. So
Correct.
He'd probably start weighing like a giant dragon I've only heard rumors about versus maybe they're just collecting them and it's going to set them free. So yeah, I would say I could justify a character easily.
Okay. So you decide to maybe come back to where these guys are. They're on the road and they've been headed in this general direction for quite some time. And so like getting out into the woods and just like booking it ahead of them, right? Like the feral little wild animal that you are. You come to an opening where it is just this massive lava field. And on the other side, there's like a trail that has been cooled through the lava field, like kind of like a bridge. And on the other side, you see a number of wagons. There's a pretty well like harvested dragon corpse, like at the edge of this opening. But over there, you see a dinosaur pulling a wagon and some really, really large beetles as they curve a little bit to go into where the road appears to come out the other side.
Okay. So they're walking away from you then?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
It is a dinosaur pulling a wagon.
With beetles.
And then another one that has beetles, huge beetles, pulling the other
I don't
wagon.
see any humanoid, like...
Oh, you see, there's a little bit of humans kind of in that area.
Okay. I'm going to try and follow, keeping my distance, and I'm going to try and hide in any smaller bush or foliage I can, being completely oblivious to this giant battle axe that sits about 2.5 feet taller than me. So every time I'm hiding in this bush or whatever, there's just this battle axe that's just sticking out of the bush. It's very obvious. But I'm going to slowly move up, thinking I'm being very cautious, but I'm sure anyone that looks over would...
Over the lava field as a bush?
As much as I can to stay in the foliage as much as I can before I have to cross, before it becomes apparent that I have to go into this opening.
So you could like go around, but if you do, they might get lost. Like otherwise, it's just...
No, I don't want to risk losing it. So I'll go as far as I can in that, and then whenever I think it's safe, I would probably...
Okay, so just as they go into the woods, I'm
going to
start running.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you are flying back. You molted quickly. It was more of a stress molt.
Come on, man. You gonna tell everybody how quickly I molt now, right? now I have. All right, guys. My beak is average. Okay, it's not a big beak. I molt quickly. Okay.
It's never happened before.
But coming back with a very nice new coat of feathers, you see the caravan has now crossed past this lava field, and there is a lone individual just booking it across the center of this lava
I
field.
think you mean a lone battle axe.
Right?
Pretty much.
You'd probably see that first.
Okay. What do I? Upon investigation or flying over, what do I see?
You see a very small gnome who's got kind of think of like troll hair. It's just going every way, has not been kept. Twigs, leaves in it. Very basic garb clothing. But you can see there's a little bit of like studded leather armor that's very piecemeal. A giant battle axe stuck to him, and this thing looks kind of scraggly, very unimposing, and he seems very excited, but at the same time very cautious as he's trying to book it across. I think you would probably be able to tell he's following this group and he's trying to not be seen by them. You would maybe also notice that he thinks he's better at hiding than he actually is.
You're
So,
like in an open field, and you're like doing backflips and stuff.
Parkour.
Rolling over cars and stuff.
They see him ducking down and like crawling a little bit.
Okay, but I can, from my vantage point, I can clearly see that he's probably set on.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna presume that I'm faster than you, so that I would catch up fairly quickly.
Pretty safe assumption.
Okay, I'll get a little bit ahead of him, and I'll turn around and I'll land right in front of him.
Okay. So you see, as you're trying to not be seen.
Yep.
Go ahead and describe yourself.
Well, I'm not going to use my name because you don't know my name. But you see a very bright white Aarakocra, about 6 foot tall. He's wearing kind of white and gold vestments with some very, very light, sort of like leather, but it wouldn't look like it would protect you. It's more for visual sake.
Yep.
I have a quarterstaff with a bright yellow orb on top of it, and if you get a good look at it, you would see that it almost kind of shimmers and waves in my hand. And I have a nice shiny ring around my right leg, and that kind of dangles there. It's colloquially referred to as an Aarakocra ring.
AKA friendship bracelet.
Yeah, and he's got long talons and some rings here and there.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll land in front of you. And he's sort of an imposing figure, more of an authoritative figure, but certainly maybe trying to impose more authority than he actually has.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just land in front of you, and I'll with my wings spread open and my arms crossed. And how tall are you?
I was just about to ask how tall you are. My guy is about 2'9",
Yeah,
maybe.
about 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And with the wings, I can spread them out so
Yeah.
they're a lot bigger. And I'll kind of just land in front of you and like, so what do we have here?
I think the shock, he would probably look up, freak out, and just you'd hear a little yelp, like, "Ah!" and then 180, and just start booking it the other way. But I'm gonna kind of roll to see if I trip over because it's a lava field,
athletics or
right?
something.
Yeah, go for
We'll
it.
see. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, 7. Don't think.
Yeah, no. If you think that you would be so startled as you would trip,
Yeah.
go ahead and trip.
I'm gonna get maybe 5 feet as I turn around, run, and I'm gonna fall, trip on like a bump or a crevice, and just fall face first into the ground.
I'll just kind of slowly walk up to you, and I'll maybe like pick you up and right you up, and I'll kind of crouch down to your face level, and he's like, "Do you have business with the carnival?"
Huh? It's a dragon.
You're following the carnival right now.
I don't. It's not a dragon. I was going on a dragon. Speech is very broken. It's yeah.
Yeah, the wagons and the beetles and
Dinosaur.
the dinosaur. Yep.
Yeah. I want animals. I like animals. You're an animal.
I am an animal. Yes. What's your name?
Ginko below.
Ginko. Nice to meet you. I'm Kree.
Nice.
Do you have any ill sentiment with these people?
I just want to pet the dinosaur. Pet the dragon.
Yeah, you look like you'll fit in here.
It's us.
You're like, okay, Ginko, well, you're not going to keep up with these guys at this pace.
I'm fast. I'm real fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like a lift?
What's
You
that
ever
mean?
been flying before?
I fell off a tree once.
Before you can even say anything, I'll fly up and I'll grab him by the shoulders, trying not to get this battle axe in my face, and I'll just bolt off towards the
Okay.
carnival.
Do you want to roll for the grapple attack?
Sure.
Do you gonna defend yourself or?
I don't think I think he'd be kind of startled.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it
Okay, well,
Yeah.
do it with advantage. What's your AC?
17.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be like a +6, so 20. 30, 20.
Nice. So in a swoop of leftover molting feathers and that like wispy ash that comes from dried lava, you
And I'm gonna give him a ride. I'm double dashing as fast as I can go.
You would feel what feels like it's almost struggling, but if you then look down, his feet are still kicking like he's running as fast as he can. He's not really trying to get out. He's just like in his head. He's like, "Oh my god, I am really fast."
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the full experience.
okay. So when you fly down, you see Tiny is at the back, and there are the normal 4 Vardos between the menagerie and the 3-in-1, and the 3-in-1 has the beetles. So where are we
I'm gonna
landing?
take him right to Min.
Okay. So landing at the 3-in-1, you see, like, as you're kind of coming there, you see now there are actually a lot of like people that are kind of lining up on the side of the road here. The spectacle of the dragon and the disco lights really got the attention of everybody kind of in this area. But kids are coming out to like they just take it all in, right? Adults are there like just gawking at like the spectacle of it. There were a couple of wagons that were on the road that had you two would pick this up like pretty quickly because you'd see the context of it. but there were wagons on the side on the road that when the dragon was heard and the spectacle of it was available, they did everything that they could to hide, just off the road, in the event that the dragon was coming. And so they're trying to get back on the road as you guys kind of take up the whole road, right? So they're kind of in this awkward place of they could be considered spectators, but they're really just trying to get on the road, but now also off the road so that you can get through. It has really ruined their day. But the kids, they're all so you're landing on the 4-in-1, going directly to Min.
Yeah.
Okay. Going into his office, you find the front office empty, but the door is open. And Min is in there talking to a skull that is just kind of on the desk.
Okay.
And there is a huge bird in there, eating from a pile of grain that's just been kind of set on a plate on the floor.
Okay. I'll kind of take my wing and push Ginko in there, and I'll walk up behind him and be if I found this one, trying to follow, trying to hide, trying to sneak behind the carnival, but not doing a very good job.
Ginko was nodding, and then when he says not doing a good job, he's like, ooh.
So you see this large bird, huge bird,
Yes.
a skull that is sitting inside a cage, and a very well dressed goblin gentleman, top hat, smoking a cigar, and kind of just lounging about in. Think like a 1920s smoking library.
Yep.
Right? That kind of a room. Hello. What are you doing here, my little friend?
While answering, Ginko's eyes are completely going back to the giant bird. It's an animal. People always care about animals more. And dragon. Ginko saw dragon. I want to go see a dragon. Dinosaur.
We are fresh out of dragons today. We have a dinosaur. Do you like what?
I want to pet the dinosaur.
Everybody wants to pet the dinosaur.
Yes.
I don't understand. He's very big, and can bite you. It's not very safe.
He'll be friends. We'll be friends. Ginko likes animals.
Are you good with animals?
I'm very good with animals.
Do you know how to take care of them?
I think so. And you see a little chipmunk kind of just walk. It's almost like built into the clothing. This chipmunk has its own little maze system that it kind of just frolics around on him.
I think you are my kind of special people. Could you take him to the menagerie and show him around?
Sure. All right.
Welcome to the carnival.
Can I touch the bird?
The skull turns around in the cage and says,
You're gonna try to do like a Seppi
I was going to try to do a Seppi voice. I don't know that I can. But I was more worried about the phrase.
Sure.
Because I feel like he would say something along the lines of, be sure to stroke it with the feathers.
Yeah.
Don't go against the grain.
And this is a big, large bird.
It's a large bird.
He's going to creep up slowly, poorly, and then just reach his little hand out, and then, start with the feathers, and try and stroke it.
And the bird will look at you, and will reach out with his wing and stroke you back.
and he is totally on board with this, and then just randomly you see him grab from a pocket a little bit of seed while he's putting it, and he holds it out.
And, okay, was it Horatio?
Yes. Yorick is the skull, Horatio's the bird.
Yes. Yes. And Horatio just kind of...
Yeah.
Oh, and you've made a friend.
Yes.
Give me an animal handling check, just out of curiosity.
It's 11. No, 12.
12. You could do it with advantage.
16.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, Horatio eats your seed, then kind of like ignores you and goes back to eating the other seed.
Swallows the seed whole.
Swallows the seed.
I didn't say anything.
You know, and she gives me the crap for saying inappropriate stuff, and then she goes there.
You said it first. My
I'll
God.
pull out
Dirty mind.
my seed and 2 nuts.
Right?
Anyways,
Right?
so
So I'll kind of like walk up behind him and I'll, with my wing, kind of like break his gaze and kind of twirl him around here to head out of his office.
So as you are walking, you see the princess sitting on top of one of the carriages.
Is she just passed out drunk? Is that
No,
right?
no.
Oh, okay.
So she's sitting there, and one of the you see her like not paying any attention to you, and she is keyed in on a cart that is like that you guys are passing. And you kind of like look over your shoulder to see why she's keyed in on it, and it is a 4 elven priests, and quite loudly. I mean, they seem to be maybe in a state of jovial celebration. They're talking about the new temple that is being built, and all of the great things that are happening there. And, you know, before you can even look back, you get this, like, you know how when something happens just in your periphery and like you expect it to happen, and then you look back and it's gone, right? Like, but it transpires the way that you would expect. As they're having this conversation, you look back to see where, like, how the princess is responding to it, and she has hopped off of the caravan and is like ducking into the woods on the opposite side. But by the time the wagon goes by, like where you're at, and you like try to see her in the woods, just gone. Okay. But the wagons continue to pass by. You don't even really have to walk. You can just kind of stand there. And as you do, like the caravan goes by you, and then you can hop on the menagerie.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
So I'm guessing that's where you would be hanging out.
I guess I don't know how much time has passed. I don't know if I'm like attuning to the weapons and stuff.
Oh,
that
this
I get.
this would be like early you would have had time to attune,
Okay.
because you did the processing. So it's been probably like 12 hours or
Gotcha.
so since.
Okay, then yeah, I'm probably, if it's not a meal time, I'm probably just wandering.
Okay. Well, I mean, the caravan is in movement, so.
Oh, is it? Okay, gotcha. I feel like I'm usually sitting on the balcony that's looking back.
Yep.
Okay, this is sweet.
I thought I put it in the chat, didn't I? I don't know.
Roll, just out of morbid curiosity, roll a perception check to see if you saw him.
Oh, sure.
Did you find any sweet cleric armor or any badass quarterstaffs in that pile?
Unfortunately, no, actually. 21 perception.
Okay, so you did see like something like
Skirting
going over
around.
there, yeah, but it was hard to tell if it was like a large honey badger or
Yeah,
a person.
sure. I do get those mixed up a lot.
Well, in this particular sense, I think saying that you look like a large honey badger at that distance would be about
A
right.
honey badger probably more kept and clean. Than my character looks like a shower is a word he's never heard before. So.
I'm just picturing, like, you ever seen those little like, I don't know if they're caterpillars or if they're they climb up in the trees and stuff, and then they like attach a bunch of like sticks and branches and stuff to their cocoon when they. That's what I'm picturing. You're like dirty little guy with like a bunch of like sticks and like pieces of bark on you and stuff.
Yes, that would be accurate. Yeah. So.
But with a nice musky smell.
Sure, I'll go with that. I'll go.
So you I mean, I would say you smell them before you like.
I think I'm used to that with this party.
Yeah, Otter, where are you at during all of this?
That's a good question.
I believe you'd be hanging out with Nero.
Probably we were going to discuss some things and whatnot like that, and try to nail down some things we would like to do before the next event, the next Carnival presentation. So, but I'm also checking the hag bag, as I've tossed so much stuff in there. It's ridiculous.
You.
A lot of red dragon meat too.
Yeah. You reach into the hag bag, and there's a note.
Mm-hmm.
The note says, "My little friend, I don't know how you have managed to come by this much stuff so quickly. However, it will take me some time to process all of these goodies. In the meantime, here is a recommendation. Be careful how you dream.
Okay.
I believe someone used this bag recently. I tried to pull them through to see who they were. But your bag may have been in an unsafe place. Be very careful."
Okay. And so on that note, does Otter have a writing utensil?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he takes the note and he reads it, and he there's one of these. And he giggles to himself, and then he puts the note back in the bag. So that's what it says. It's one of those little hand turkeys that you made in kindergarten. It just says gobble gobble. He puts it in there.
Okay. So you smell this wild animal coming in with Kree.
Alright.
What are you doing?
Probably like studying spellbooks at the moment. Now that I have a moment of peace because the princess isn't around.
So you want to describe yourself here?
Yeah, you see an older human man, kind of groomed beard and short-ish graying hair, wearing full plate armor. He's got like a kind of shabby-looking cape.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like overall not like wealthy, but just kind of like a guy who's used to being on the road.
Yep.
I guess so. So I look over. What do I smell that, and I probably just like look around to see what has been dragged in.
Yep.
What you got there, Kree? Welcome back, by the way. You missed some kind of skull nonsense.
I just had a quick molt.
Yeah, that sounds personal.
I don't know. I found this little guy following the caravan. He was kind of dipping and dodging and ducking. Not very well though, but I introduced him. He said he likes animals, so I figured he would probably fit in well. I brought him in. I said to show him around. So this is Ginko.
Ginko has no concept of like property, and so he literally just starts wandering around the room and just starts. He's messing with stuff. He's just like investigating. Like no, not a disrespectful way, but he just is like he's curious about where he's at, and I mean, and at some point in passing, he would be like, "Hi," and then just completely back to.
Hey,
You know.
I don't know.
is he like one of the Otter kind of things?
Did you ever like? Is there any indication of like how old you may or may not be?
I mean, I guess would either of you be familiar with gnomes?
My character would be to some extent. He's been like a mercenary for a long time.
Okay.
But he's worked with some
Living in the woods, what I know, there's little forest gnomes out there.
forest gnomes are big.
I would say you've seen them, but I don't know that,
How familiar.
in your time as a city guard or city cleric, like it wouldn't be something up on the top of the mountain that you would like deal with a lot.
Right, there's more of a sentiment.
Yeah.
I would say if you're familiar with gnomes, you would know he's young. He's not a child, but he's equivalent like in early 20s. But he comes off very much as no cultural.
You know, like socialization.
Yeah, like this creature must not have been around people for most of his life.
Gnomes are really old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 95, but in gnome world, that's like
Pretty young.
Quite young, yeah.
barely an adult, you know.
Nice to meet you there, Ginko. I'm Taylor.
Hi.
What brings you to the carnival?
I saw a dragon,
Oh yeah,
dinosaur, and a bird. I got to pet a bird. Do you have a bird?
this bird right here.
No, another bird.
Oh,
Well, it's a bit. They're all birds are big to me.
I wasn't too keen on having him pet me. I already had one.
when you license. Oh, enjoy. Are you like staying here? You gonna work here now? What are you doing here?
I was following
In the next room, you hear a plethora of sounds of animals.
And yeah, you could see he starts getting easily distracted.
Okay, see you later, I guess.
So going through the door,
Yes.
what you see here is there's a very small like living space. I would say a little bit smaller than the space that we're actually in right now, right? Just like it's like 4 to 6 bunks, and a little like a table. There's a door that kind of goes out for like a balcony area.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, there's a door, and inside that space there are a massive amount of just critters that have been stashed in there.
Okay. In boxes, aquarium, or
In cages,
or something,
yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
The reason they call it the menagerie is because it's got lots of random stuff in it.
Okay.
You okay over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Tina got a little wild.
Okay. That will happen. So, sneaking into that room.
Sneaking's up.
Wow.
Use that word loosely.
Yeah.
I'm standing right behind him. So.
Yeah. Opening the door and just boldly walking in.
He's just walking in like I can be here.
You find yourself just amazed at the number of little creatures that are in this space.
Yeah.
Some of them are just hanging out there, like out of their cages. Like there's
Okay.
like it seems like they pretty easily call this space home.
Yeah.
Right, and they kind of look at you and they see your chipmunk.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a little like, I don't know, forest picnic kind of vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Otter, while you are sitting there with Nero. They're the whole carnival starts to slow down, and you find yourself being encouraged to join him outside.
Okay.
As you come to a stop, you find yourselves in I would say like a 4-horse medieval town, right? Like it's not super duper tiny, but it's large enough where you would set up one of the small show tents. And so, as you have done many a time before, Min steps out and gives the command, and everybody kind of hops to it, setting up. You guys have all kind of... You've been through the process enough times at this point, because you've been traveling with this carnival now for months, that you know kind of where you are supposed to help out and where you aren't, right? If you even do, right? Sometimes helping out is the fastest way to just get this over with, right? Other times helping out can be done for like a favor or, various other things, right? You see, now that this has come to a stop, you see a couple individuals coming onto the menagerie, taking these crates out and bringing them out to put them on display.
Okay.
What would you do?
I mean, given that again, it doesn't look like they're trying to harm them or anything.
Nope.
I would just be very curious, kind of following, but more so of like, just where are you putting them? Can I look at them more?
Yep.
But then I'd start recognizing. I'm sure there's a bunch of people going around, so I'd try to get a little bit of bearings of where.
So you hear the goblin. Give me a perception check. So I'm curious if you're going to be even... do this with disadvantage, because you're looking at the aminals.
Was going to be good anyway. 13.
13. Okay. You hear your name said behind you by this goblin voice, but then quickly just stop paying attention to it.
Yep.
But then you find that there is one individual carny folk who seems to be kind of standing over you. Not like giving you commands, just kind of watching you.
Yeah.
Okay. But the carnival gets set up, and so Otter, tell me about the show that you would have done with, or what you had planned with Nero.
Do I say it in this group, or do I say it just to you?
No, let's say that the evening progresses. Carnival has been set up, and it is now Nero's turn to go on stage. At some point, you would have been encouraged to just kind of go inside and watch,
Okay.
or if not, you would have followed the animals inside as they're
I think
doing
at this
their
point
thing.
it'd be the animals, or I guess I kind of have a little bit of a comfort with Grease, so I'm probably...
Yep.
I'm going to follow one of the two if I can find it, so...
Okay, so you find the animals and Kree both inside the medium-sized big top.
Yeah.
And in the center of the ring at this point, you see... Go ahead and describe yourself.
All right, so Otter looks like about a 13-year-old boy, maybe 4 feet tall, maybe 80, 90 pounds. Pretty distressing, wearing a hooded cloak of human skin, faces, stuff like that, constantly wearing a mask, and has a bow strapped to his back, and the bow is really odd. It's made up of what you think are feathers and fingers. So yeah, you could probably smell them from where you're at also. So it's probably one of those where both of them double take at the same time and look at each other because they smell each other and they're just all, what? Somebody stinkier than I am? Kind of one of those, you know what I mean?
I think Ginko would also. This would be the first time he's actually a little nervous about seeing. Like you don't look as friendly as some of the other creatures that.
Right. Well,
So-
and the mask is very expressionless, just basically
Yeah.
2 eyes. So you just see him look at you, and he's all, huh. So a little bit of curiosity there. Again, really dark looking. Doesn't look, again, like you said, the friendliest, but is here in this tent with this Nero the Nightmare tiefling. So.
I'll kind of just wing around you a little bit and be like, he's a lot scary. He looks a lot scarier than he is. He's very nice. And we'll come and walk up to Otter.
Yeah. Ginko is. He hears that. He's like, and it's very much like, yeah.
And so,
Your bow also has teeth, like dragon teeth,
Oh,
like
okay.
hanging out of it now.
What does? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the bow's got a plethora of goodies on it.
So
And one feather.
Yeah, and a couple feathers. So, but he's also got his little buddy Dolly with him, and he's holding it. And I look up at Kree like, are you gonna introduce us, kind of thing, you know?
Like, Kree, the Otter, this is Ginko, this is Otter. And then I'll kind of like look at Otter and I was like, be nice. He doesn't really know what's going on here.
Okay. and you see it look. Otter looks
Mask
up,
off.
right? Otter looks at Kree, then looks back down at Ginko and is like, wow, thinking to himself, somebody shorter than me, and then goes, Dolly approves.
that does not settle Ginko at all. That is, he's creeped out.
Ginko, this is Dolly, and I got a bunch of other goodies. So I got some other friends over here, and this is my friend Tina. Tina, this is Ginko. Like this, and he's putting this thing in your face. You're all, what the fuck is that?
And you'll notice that there's a bunch of teddy bears,
Okay.
like stuffed into pockets, and like the heads, like look at you.
Okay. That is the dragon teeth. I'm curious. Is it obvious those are actual dragon teeth? Because okay, Ginko would see that, and for a quick glimpse, his uncertainty and fear would sort of start to turn to a little bit of anger and rage, and then it would subside. But you could see for a moment when he recognized that it's dragon teeth. Yeah, he was a little upset, but then he's back to like, okay, I'm scared of this thing. I don't know what the hell.
So then, yeah, as it's the face off the showcase showdown here with the two small people, we look at each other, and I notice your chipmunk, and he's all like this, gets all excited. He's all, oh, can I touch your chipmunk? Can Dolly touch a chipmunk?
I don't think Ginko would want that. Ginko, no, he needs to sleep. He needs to sleep. He's like, he is turning. He is so nervous. Like the idea that you're going to take this and turn him into a, I don't know.
I'm not going to eat him. I just want to pet him.
Later. He needs to sleep.
I'll let you hold Dolly if you want.
No.
What about one of the teddies? I got a
Later.
puppy teddy. Okay.
Ginko's got to go over here now, and he starts walking.
Okay,
over.
before Nero can actually go on stage, there is a commotion. And you see two little kids run through the tent. And they are like they fling open the tent, which kind of disrupts how the dancing lights are like acting in here. And so everybody give me a quick perception check with just a flat perception check.
Yeah, roll the 1. Not getting anything from me today.
18. Holy crap.
Okay.
14.
22.
14, 20, 18, what, 18?
18.
And 22. Okay, so I'm going to say it happens behind you. You're facing the other way. The two of you can see it as the curtains fling open. For you, it's part of this like animal instinct, like that action happens and like it puts you on like notice.
Yep.
And the sentinel your sentinel, like it kind of triggers that like that watch guard type instance. And both of you see it immediately. There are two little kids, probably 10 to 13. They are bloody. They are bruised. Their clothes have been ripped, and they are running from something. They trip as they fling it open into this darkness. They kind of trip on the ground, and they're scrambling. And behind them is a orc who says, "Get back here!" as he like tries to grab them by the legs. And you see him as he grabs the one by the leg. His other hand comes down and he breaks the leg. And both of you can hear the sound of the leg snap. What are we doing?
I am going to immediately turn to him, and I will.
Let's roll initiative.
Is it an orc we recognize?
Nope. This does not look like a friendly orc.
These dice are killing me right now.
I rolled a 1 last time, and now I rolled a 10.
14.
19.
What'd you get?
17 on the dice.
Nice.
That's a 20.
How close is this orc to me?
No, we'll get it set up here in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so what did we get here? We'll start right here. What'd you
2.
get?
I know, right?
20.
I mean, it makes sense with the low perception roll that I got.
It does.
19. Yeah, it actually kind of works out with the numbers.
14.
So fucking creepy. I'm not even having to think about what do you do. I'm just thinking, all right, if this was me, what would
Yeah.
find a happy place? Find a happy
I
place.
turn around, you're on the other side of the area. Hey, how the hell did you get over?
Okay, let's see. I've got. Give me a second here. I want to take the spider off of there.
Spiders.
Uh-oh. This means business. Jacob, does that work good?
Yeah. I was looking. I don't want to
Okay, here.
take
So
any food out of your mouth.
Oh,
But this,
no,
if you
that's-
look at the loop, that would be absolutely perfect for you.
I thought you didn't want it because it requires a team.
I'll take it for some reason.
Okay.
It literally gives you basically a free Misty Step,
Mm-hmm.
and you can, as a bonus action, you can phase into a material world that gives you advantage on stealth checks and disadvantage on anybody attacking you. So like you do stealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, still
Those the
pretty
children, the little
yeah, the little red ones are the children's,
They got a
the
plus
chillins.
10 and stuff.
chillins.
yeah, so it doesn't even require action. It says you choose a space within 60 feet of you. You treat that space as if it was 5 feet. It allows you to move immediately into that space without provoking. So you can essentially, it seems like you can move 60 feet away as a free action.
But it does require
It
attunement,
does
though,
require
right?
you
Okay.
Yeah, I think I took the sword and the nail of the shield.
I have no use for armor.
Yeah, it's also the nature of
So
I don't think the princess would want anything.
I thought she took something.
Did she get Nightbringer?
No, that was me.
Okay.
That's the sword that I got.
Yeah, the plate +2 definitely be for you.
okay,
Guil.
so I'm gonna just kind of set the. I'm gonna use this as the kind of the boundaries.
I'll take the
Of the-
Bag of Devouring also. Or if somebody else wants it.
That's you put anything into it and it's gone.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something you would like.
Alright, okay, so I'll take that too if that's cool.
But it's supposed to look identical to a bag of holding from the inside. So the whole idea
Oh,
is that
I
you're
guess
like,
Haley said she'd take the
throw
dimensional
our gold
loop.
in there,
Alright.
and then where'd the gold go?
What's that, Mary Beth?
Haley said she would take the dimensional loop and the trap.
Okay,
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't need the box. I don't think I would really.
that's fine.
You guys are more than welcome.
Well, I can Misty Step anyways and stuff like that and do some
Okay.
other stuff.
So
I
that
like the idea of you doing the Ring of the Ram if you're flying. You shoot downward and just knock, because you can knock people prone and
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah.
so what you have here is those are the like the stands where they're filled with people.
Mhm.
And that is your orc, the two kids. The other figure there that looks horrific is Nero in his stage garb.
Oh, okay.
And it is Kree's turn.
Okay. So immediately, so he's probably 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. I am going to use. Where is my spell?
What is that? If I transition, sure.
I know I have a free casting of this spell. I can find it.
Ginko, you're on deck.
Mhm.
And then eventually it'll be Otter.
Do you get a feather tickle attack?
I wish. No, I should have a free casting of wind call or whatever it's called.
I was just checking how far away I was.
Oh.
60 feet.
Okay, well then I'll just go for damage then. I will immediately, jumping into action, being that I am that sort of sentinel-esque, I will hit it with a second level inflict wounds.
Okay.
So as fast as you think a bird could move up, I'll just run up and immediately with my right claw in the center of his chest hit him with an inflict wounds.
The solar plexus.
Yep.
How does that go? You gotta make the noise.
Let's see.
Right.
The Batman. Pow! Cha-cha!
Oh yeah. Damn, these dice are doing it for me.
I know.
Does a 22 hit?
Hits.
Alright.
Nice. Are you double fisting it over there, Mary Beth?
I have tea and I have water.
No, you just went from one to the other.
Yeah.
I think one is rum and one is coke.
10.
If only.
We can make that happen. I have rum and coke in the house.
Next thing you know, you're like sliding under the floor. Where did she go? Oh, there she is.
You curl up by the heater.
You're
Take a
right.
nap.
You're using Dolly as a pillow.
19.
We don't need
Points
to
of
know.
damage.
19.
Yep.
Nice.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use Flurry of Blows to do 2 more punches.
Okay.
So, where's my-
Back with some action.
It's back in his body.
Not so good. 13 is a 13 hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay. 12 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
You jinx yourself.
I guess so. And that'll be it.
Okay. The orc grunts a little bit as you inflict those wounds, but he continues to hold on to the kid. Ginko.
So, startled by everything that happened, and Ginko's still always kind of a little iffy on when violence against humans happen, even kids, but seeing his friend and animal essentially react the way he does, Ginko, using that startled, he starts to just begin kind of growl, almost in a lower, like, this small guy should not be making this kind of noise. And you would start to see.
Could you get an example?
I don't know if I could. I can't get that loud. You would start to see his fingers start to elongate into longer claws. Hair starts forming on his arms, and he actually starts to mutate. It's like you can hear his spine crack as it extends, and slowly this little innocent-looking gnome has begun to transform into, think of a werewolf, but been mutated. It's kind of it's dripping wet for some reason. It's got kind of colorful fur, but it's patchy.
Is it still the same size?
No, it's now about 6 feet tall.
Oh,
This
okay.
sounds really familiar.
When you described your character, I went, "Holy crap, that's almost the same thing as I am." And all of a sudden, yeah, this 6 foot tall beast of a thing is just, breathing heavily, staring at it, and he's going to, as he runs, pull out his great axe, and he's going to run up and take a couple swings at this thing. All right, so
Whoa, cool.
Swings away.
so that is a 18.
Hits.
And that is 9 damage.
Okay.
And then he has a second attack. Ugh, that's not going to hit. 7.
Does not hit.
So. And he's just breathing heavy, standing next to you. Now he's about almost as tall as you, but he's just, yeah.
Great minds, right?
Okay.
So I'm assuming are you an Order of the Light and Blood Hunter?
Primal Path Barbarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
After the beast.
Okay. So, this kid is going to try to break free. You see him scrambling. They got disadvantage because they are grappled and they have a broken leg. That would have been so awesome. But no. That kid is stuck. And you see Nero rush up. And as the kid is trying to struggle, Nero comes in and tries to break free the kid's leg as well. And manages to do so. Freeing the kid, but the kid is still kind of on the ground prone. The other kid is going to try to run as far as they can. And the orc, he kind of looks around, and you see him pull out a horn, and he bleats the horn, and then he pulls out a short sword with his other hand, and I'm going to say takes a swing back at you.
You need to move up.
Yeah. And that is a 15 to hit. Okay. And that is all that he can do. Okay. Otter.
All right. So how far away am I from the orc?
You're about 25 feet,
Perfect.
30 feet.
All right. So what Otter is going to do is his bonus action is Misty Step right behind the orc. Very bad. So it's exactly 30 feet. Like I'm right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. And what I'm going to do, I don't know if this gets advantage because he doesn't see me or whatnot, but I'm going to literally, since I had my stick out anyways, I just put Tina on the back of the orc, and I'm like, have lunch, Tina. Like that,
Okay.
in that voice. So, just regular attack.
Yep.
Ooh, nat 20.
There you go.
So plus 3. So yeah, so 23.
Well, put Tina on top of him.
All right.
What?
Tina.
Oh,
Gelatinous cube.
nice.
Gelatinous cube.
Yep. I'll let you do it. Okay, ready?
Okay. So you got you got a 5-turn counter on that one.
I will.
Here, put this on the top of Tina. There you go. Okay.
Cubes on top of cubes.
Okay.
And I say back up, and I hold still because that's just my movement. I guess.
Okay. You see rushing through on this side and this side, 2 more, and 1 more comes through behind you here. But that ends their movements. Taylor.
What the hell is going on? Okay, so these guys seem to have this guy well in hand. Is there anything I can do with this kid right in front of me to like get them to immediate safety? 'Cause I'm far away from the action at this point.
You pick him up, you use him as a shield, you run towards the other orc.
Okay.
You can.
Safety is,
The people. There are people in the stands right now, and they are like running away. So if you could get the kid back to this edge here, at least then they would be shielded by all the other people who are fleeing.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll like move up a little bit, grab them, and pull them back
Okay.
this way.
Okay, and then let them go.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of give them like a little gentle shove.
So just yoink.
Yep. Yeet them into the crowd. And then would I have movement left from that?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll move up to here. Say?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Kree.
Okay, so this guy is in the gelatinous cube now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we in a doorway here, or we're out in the open now?
You are. So this is you're inside the tent.
The arena.
You're in the center of the arena.
Okay. All right.
Are people cheering?
No, they are all fleeing.
I hear screaming. I assume that they're cheering. It's on.
Right? Cheering, screaming. It's the same thing.
So this guy and this guy are 2 new enemies, correct?
And that
And
guy
then
back
that guy.
there.
There's 3 of them.
Okay. All right. I'm going to.
And there is a kid with a broken leg immediately at your feet.
Okay. Is he still? He's not still holding on to.
Not still holding on. Nero has ripped them free. But the kid is terrified of what Nero looks like right now.
Sure.
But yet less terrified than the orc.
Right.
So what I'll do is I will grab the kid and I'll do the same thing. I'll bring the kid back here, and then I'm going to dash up to this.
So you
guy.
try to set the kid on his feet?
He's got a broken leg.
He has a broken
I'm
leg.
just gonna set him down. I'm not gonna try
Okay.
to put him on his feet. And I will dash back up to this guy, and then I will use my next key point, my last key point, to use patient defense.
Okay. Ginko.
Ginko's never seen a gelatinous cube before, so he's in this I need to attack mode, but what the hell is this? And he just heard a voice say, "Stay back." So he's tempted. I think though at some point he would hear that guy coming at him, and so he'll hurt his attention, and he's gonna run straight at him, battle axe in hand, and just start swinging away. So
So, patient defense doesn't cost me a bonus action. So can I use healing word on this little kid? Okay.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Hello.
You let him do 2 dice or just double the one?
Whichever you want.
Sure, it's double the one.
I like rolling more dice personally.
9.
9. Good.
Yep. And the second attack is going to be a 21.
Hits.
3.
Okay.
And yeah, that should be it. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Add 4 because it should have been +2. He's raging. Sorry.
Okay.
Forgot to. So 2 on each of those hits.
Okay. Nero. Steps back and he looks over his shoulder at you, okay? And you see this whole side of the auditorium here, like right here, it turns into like an illusionary wall, and that whole space now looks like a hellscape of death from this side. But you recognize the magic, okay? But to you, it now looks like this whole side of the tent has just plummeted into the 5 hells.
Yes.
9 hells. Sorry. We are having a fire sale on hells. We are down from 9. We are at 5. We got 5 hells.
Nicker's not familiar. You pick a number, he'll believe it. So.
But yeah, it looks like fire and brimstone back here, and you see him just kind of like holding that like plane with his hands. Okay, the kids. He gets up. They both kind of run into the crowd. Otter, you're up.
All right. How close is that guy to me right over there?
He's about 5 feet behind you.
Perfect. That's what I figured. Let me make sure I have this here. So obviously with putting Tina on the original orc, he's going to spin around. And what kind of armor is this guy behind me wearing or carrying or what? Give me a description, please. They seem to be wearing something that is like the other ones are all wearing rags. This one seems to actually be wearing armor. It looks like it is an articulated plate, but it has some type of like. It looks like it moves very well, like a scale plate. If that makes sense. Okay. So if I move, is he going to get an opportunity attack?
He is still far enough away from you that you wouldn't take an opportunity attack.
Okay, so I move back 5 feet or so.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah.
So that would be considered difficult terrain because you're climbing like up into this bleachers.
Oh, okay. So. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll go 5 feet, so that would be 10 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my cantrip, Cecilia's Storm Shot.
Okay.
You want to read it?
No, just go ahead. Tell me what you do.
All right. You channel the primary energy of storms into your free hand or spellcasting focus before releasing an instantaneous blast of lightning at a creature you can see within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage. If the target is wearing or carrying weapons made of metal or armor, it instead takes 1d10 lightning damage.
1d10 it is.
All right. You want me to make a spell
You gotta,
attack?
yeah, roll the attack.
I haven't made a spell attack. 18
Hits.
plus whatever, yeah. 10. 6.
Okay. Yep.
And, all right, then, as a bonus action, I didn't do a bonus action, did I?
Not yet.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to do, can I do Zephyr Strike, or, okay, can I do a spell and a cantrip?
No.
Yeah. Spell and cantrip you can do if one's a bonus action.
If the cantrip is a bonus action.
But it was either.
Yeah, as long as one of them is.
Yeah.
So,
You can do 2 level spells. but you
yeah,
can
so
do
the Storm Shot is an actual action, and the Zephyr Strike's a bonus action.
Zephyr Strike it is.
All right, so I'm going to Zephyr Strike, and I'm going to boogie, and I'm going to go pew, and jump down and zip over here, and then perch myself, I guess, on
Okay.
the first rung of that.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
And then Tina gets an attack.
Yep.
Now, what do I do with that?
3d6.
66.
3.
And 12.
Okay. Okay.
Is he still in there trying to kick around? And...
He is still trying to kick, yeah. Not being very successful. Okay. The one that's in front of you is going to swing back at you. And they pull out a battle axe and rage. And that is a 21 to hit.
He's going to wind it around his body. It was almost hidden.
Okay.
Out stretches this tail. And it looks almost like a rat tail, but with scales on it. And he's going to whip at that attack. I get to roll a 1d8 and add it to my AC.
Yeah.
Just for the one attack. Probably won't be enough though. 21. So.
Okay, that hits. It still hits though.
He still
Yeah.
hits, but now he's
Okay.
showing that he has this weird tail that he uses for that. So.
Okay.
Fucking cool.
And you take 6 damage.
All right. He has resistant to basic damage. This is just
Basic, yep. Okay, and then it swings again. And that is a 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. For 12.
Gotcha.
The guy that is over there.
Mhm.
Yep. He
This is what's pants.
no. He kind of blips out and shows up next to you, Kree. No, it would be on this side, not further in. Yep. Next, like, put him on the other side of the wing there. Yeah, like
In front
yeah,
of him.
right there. And he is going to take a staff attack at you.
Okay. I have step patient defense, so it should be at disadvantage.
Yeah, and either way, it would be pretty painfully poor. So he fails and hits himself
Ooh.
for 1 damage. And then you see him take a very weird stance as the guy next to him attacks you. And that is an 17 to hit.
That's a disadvantage as well.
That's with the because it's for okay. Yeah, no, that doesn't hit. And that is it would have been a crit. 22 to hit. Okay. And he does 12 damage to you. Taylor, you're up.
Alright. He's moving up 40 feet, because I think
Yep.
Nightbringer gives him speed boost. I'm going to do lightning lure on this one here. I'm going to have to do a strength saving throw.
Okay. And that is a 24.
Okay, they succeed, so you're not pulled towards me. They also take the damage. Okay. Since that's all I can really do, unfortunately. Still trying to get up to the melee.
Okay. Kree.
I will use. This guy doesn't look. On a glance, obviously this guy's probably pretty buff, but this guy doesn't look particularly strong, does he?
He doesn't look particularly strong, but he looks well armored.
Okay, well, that's great.
It looks like he is probably the captain
Okay.
of this group.
Okay.
Let me say, he looks like the one who has that twinkle in his eyes that knows what he's doing.
How does that go?
Twinkle in his eyes.
I don't know that any of us know what that looks like.
No.
All right. I will. I'm just gonna punch this guy in the face then with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Which guy?
The bigger one.
Okay.
Oh, natural one.
As you attempt to make that attack next to this guy, you find your attack is directed back at you, and I need you to roll the attack on yourself.
Let's see.
For the damage, at least. You see now that guy's weird stance.
This guy or this guy?
The knight.
This one?
No, the one on my side. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
But his stance, you now understand,
Okay.
is to protect the person who's behind him.
Okay.
It is a weird type of sentinel stance.
Okay. So 6 damage to myself. I got lucky and I rolled a 1 on mine. Do I clock that?
Oh yeah, you see the movement and you're like, fuck. You remember different stance but similar type of approach in some of the knights from your old training days. Ginko, you're up.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna
You're on deck.
I'm gonna move back out of their space.
Okay.
But
And
I
they-
have the mobile feet, so they can't take
Okay.
opportunity attacks.
And mobile feet's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Underrated.
Oh, totally.
Ginko, after getting hit the last couple times, he just lets out this ferocious roar and he's going to go reckless. So
Okay.
you don't get advantage on him most of the attacks. But he's going to hit twice with his great axe. I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Let's go roll the other one. Let's see. And that is a 17 for the second hit. So,
Okay.
So
The 17 hits.
17 hits? Okay. Oh, no, not
When
20.
you get to double the dose.
Fuck, I keep rolling a 1 when I do that. So it's 5, 6, 7, 7 on the first hit.
Okay.
And then the second one hit 2, right?
Yep. And then they both have the extra 2.
No, just... Oh, yes, sorry. I gotta remember that.
Yep.
And then the second hit is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. That's what the extra 2.
Okay.
And yeah, so you'll have advantage on attacks on for the next turn.
Okay. You see Nero just kind of like shift in like back a couple steps as he disappears into that illusion. Yep. And kids move, running away. The orc inside Tina tries to get free and manages to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So he's outside of Tina. There we go. Okay, but that's their whole turn. Otter.
Okay. So he's outside of Tina now.
Yep.
Okay, real quick. With this guy over here, the one that Ginko's attacking, do I get advantage on him? And
Yeah.
all right, so because I'll do one will be my sneak attack, and then the bonus action will be the extra attack.
Okay.
So, all right, so I'm going to attack that guy who's attacking. All right, so 15, 27 hit.
Yup.
All right.
No, it doesn't hit.
Right. Yeah.
Some fights are like that.
All right, I'm going to find another 8 here.
You're the Pathfinder.
Oh, wow. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Damage?
Yep.
Okay.
From the first one. Yeah, 27.
Hits.
And 14.
Okay.
And the last one, 15, 30 to hit.
Hits.
6, 10.
10.
Not the best, but.
And so that last arrow comes through and like you hit him in the neck with it and you see the force of the arrow like hits him in the neck and he just like it severs like the nerves enough that his feet go limp and the force of the arrow just kind of pushes him off and he kind of does one of these like slipping on ice.
Yeah.
As he just kind of like falls in front of you, like ragdoll style. Okay. The guy in front of you, the two of you, you see him pull up this staff, and the staff has.
Real quick, can Tina go?
Oh yeah, sorry. Go.
She's gonna try to attack you here again. 8.
No, all she has to do is move into his space.
Okay. Yeah,
So he has a dexterity save, which he did not make, and he is slorped again.
And I yell out to Ginko, "Welcome to the Carnival."
And he takes the
Is it 1d6?
1d6, yeah. Oh, sorry, it should have been 66 before. So give me a 3d6 now, and then give me another 3d6 to make up for the one we missed.
12. 7.
Okay.
that your grinder?
Yeah.
Ooh, Pablo.
We're not talking to him.
Right.
Okay. His skin, like you're starting to see his bone inside of Tina now, as Tina is doing her thing.
Nice.
The guy with the staff over there, you see the staff, like, God, it's hard to describe. The staff, it at first it looked like just a solid piece of wood, kind of gnarled, but the gnarls disassemble as it appears to kind of slither apart, and he where he's holding it inside, like the inside piece, is now revealed to be like blades, and hanging down from the ends is like these lashes of snake, and he now has his two blades that have what look like whiptails on them. Okay, and he crouches down, and in a ungodly show of speed, before you can even really clock that he did it, he is up in your space, and he's taking 2 slashes at you.
Okay. Does it look like he casts any sort of spell or anything?
No, it looks like the weapon that he's holding is just badass. So the first one is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And the second one does not hit. So what you get is you see that there is a like the blade slashes through, but then where it does, underneath, you feel all these little bites, as the tails are actually like little snakes that come in and bite you in the process. So you take 8 slashing damage and 10 poison, and you are poisoned. Okay, and that ends their turn.
I'm automatically poisoned in my save.
You can do a Constitution save. Sorry. Yes. DC is 12.
What was your spell that you had on you?
Which one?
What was it? The save, the protection, the shield, whatever it was?
It was-
Did that already wear off?
That was just the step of the wind. That was I just get to take the dodge action.
Okay.
As a, oh, I don't think I'm gonna make that.
12.
It's a save, you said? Constitution save?
Yes.
No. 7. Oh wait. No, 7. Okay.
Okay. Sorry for the jump in the gun there. The other orc. You hear? Does anybody speak Orcish?
No.
You hear the guy kind of grunt something, as the one that you had been hitting, like. You hear this one grunt something as the other one grunts in acknowledgement, turns and flees. So he is going to head out, and he would be kind of at the edge of the board there. Yeah. Okay. Taylor, you're up.
Okay. Guess I'll circle back around this guy and finally try to do an attack. First attack with Nightbringer. It's a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. 8 and 4d4. It's the hardest die. So that's gonna be,
I like those ones.
yeah, 8 radiant plus 16 slashing.
Okay.
Does it matter if it's radiant or not?
Not in this time.
Okay.
8 and 16 is 24.
It's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Uh, 18 damage. I'm going to action surge.
And do we miss your turn?
No.
It's just been really slow combat. Nat 20!
Nice.
Yeah,
There we go.
alright. So,
Ooh, okay.
12 plus.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten back to his turn yet.
No, right? I was like, oh.
Okay. I need to keep track of this damage.
For some reason, character never chose spellcasting ability. So for all of these spells, I should add in the +3 to all of them.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how to add it on me, which is
So that is
Everyone else knows. Oh, it's cool, actually.
43 damage
Once I do
On this last one?
with the crit. Yeah,
Oh, good God.
I rolled 12,
Okay.
and 12 and 11 for damage. I still get another attack if he's still up.
Let's make it party will get some.
It's a 20 to hit.
Hits.
20, like that.
So as you just savage this guy, like,
Fine.
the last one like comes up and like you put it through his back and it comes out his mouth,
Oh,
right?
sick. Okay.
And you see like you see this like surprised look on his face as his blade like opens up his jaw and he can see his blood coming off the blade going back into his mouth. Then there's that moment, that second of realization that, oh shit, I just died, as the weight now is put back onto the sword that you're holding him up, and like you just kind of drop your sword as the body just falls off of it. He's dead.
Okay. Good.
Like a burnt marshmallow on a stick, huh?
Yeah. Okay, Kree, you're up.
So this guy's taken off. How far away is he?
He is just about leaving the tent.
Okay. I am gonna cast, since I get disadvantage on attacks and checks. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
So as soon as this loads with my new ability, that modifier that's now freshly added onto my character, I believe it's a DC 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
And they fail.
Okay. So he is held.
Okay.
And yeah, that's. I guess I'll get up to him.
Okay, Ginko, what you doing?
Honestly, I think I would probably need to roll to identify if this guy in front of me is actually dead or just
Go
on
for
the
it.
ground.
Yep.
Wisdom? Just straight wisdom?
Yeah.
He's not wise. So. That's an 8.
Yeah, no, looks like he's alive to me.
With
Savages.
Why is he laying down on the floor
Yeah.
just looking at you like
he
that?
drops the great axe, and now just with claws and mouth, he just starts ripping this guy to shreds, ripping out stuff with his mouth. I mean, it's just eviscerating him.
Nice.
Yeah, and so he'll just focus there because he hasn't
Okay.
figured it out yet. He's dead.
Fair enough. Jesus, it's gross. Otter.
All right, so he's going to town on that guy.
Oh yeah,
Tina's got this guy.
it's quite savage and disgusting, honestly.
Oh, I imagine.
It's like a spray of blood. Yeah.
Okay, so in that instance, since I got still Zephyr Strike on me, I'm going to go, and I can do like 50 feet or 55 feet or whatever. So I imagine I end up somewhere over there.
About right there. Yep.
Okay, so as I'm running by Ginko, I like pat him on the back. I'm like, the buffet is open. Go for it, buddy. And then I come over here, and since he's got hold person on this guy, do I get advantage on that attack?
Yep.
Okay. And so, and is he also? Are you?
Do you get advantage, or is he just you get an auto crit? I can't
Oh, it's
remember.
fine.
He's,
I think-
he's considered paralyzed.
Yeah, I would say it's an auto. Let's call it an auto crit, just
Well,
because
if you're-
I think it's going to be fun.
As I say, you should get sneak attack too, because I'm standing
Yep.
next to you.
And that's what I was just about to ask. So, first one will be 10. So we're just going to double that.
Mhm.
Right. So 20, 28, and then a D6, 3, and my second attack, 14, and that should do it. Oh, I'm sorry, plus 4, 18. So,
Okay. He is still standing, but he looks pretty wrung through the ringer.
Is he run through?
When you rolled that, your sneak attack also gets doubled too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, when you crit,
Okay,
it's
'cause-
all rolled dice is doubled.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then I think I rolled a 3 for the
Yep.
sneak.
6.
So that'd have been another 3.
Okay.
Did that kill
But
him?
you only get sneak attack on one attack, right? Yeah.
No, he's still got a little bit left.
Hmm.
Okay.
Tina.
Tina.
Right, so that's what?
This should be 6d6. Now that I've reread it.
Holy cow. 3 6s. 4, 3, and a
And that's
2.
enough to just turn him to mush.
He's been good.
Drippings with goo.
Cool.
Okay.
Then I guess can I, as a bonus action, hold up my stick and she goes right back to it?
Yeah. Okay.
So zoop, she's gone.
And Taylor?
How far away is this guy from me now? About that distance?
Yeah, I would say he's about running distance, yeah.
I kind of want to just throw my sword at him. Auto crits, right?
The short sword or the long sword?
The long
yeah.
sword.
No,
The evil slapper or whatever it
I
is.
don't really need to, because I don't want to get everybody else up in that.
Well, yeah, you don't want to.
okay, go ahead. Throw the long sword.
Do I have to roll to hit, or is it just an auto crit?
If you hit him, it's an auto.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you roll with advantage.
Take it. Was it 18 hit?
Yep.
Okay.
So as Tina comes back to your stick, you look over, and the blade yet again right through the back of this guy,
Incredible.
and just the force like dropping down. The blade kind of just and is now laying kind of on his ass.
Nice. With my bonus action, I call it back to my hands.
Back to your hand it is.
And I go, hell yeah, Taylor. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Otter.
Just like that, like an A-team kind of thing, you know.
I love it when the plan comes together.
Yeah.
Nero drops the illusion as he is now not looking spooky dooky, and this is the only mini I have. Let's see if I have a better mini for him. I'm gonna say it's this one. He's kind of here hanging out with these kids, and you see that some of the other carnies now are like tending to the wounds and making sure the kids are okay. As you know, as the commotion subsides, the place is just been emptied. Like everybody who is not a carny has run away. Min walks out. Well, that was a very good show. I did not expect to see that tonight. Let's do some cleanup, shall we? And kind of like snaps his fingers, and you see
You guys want to loot the bodies?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
We're not already doing it.
especially this guy
Mm.
with the sword or whatever.
Yep. And the sword has like forms back into this staff. Snaps his fingers and Gemsit comes out, and he doesn't use all of his transformation. He just gets one size bigger, and he just starts pulling corpses to get them all out of the tent. Well, I think that's a wrap for today. Let's close up shop and get back on the road. So the carnies, some still tending to the children. Everybody else starts tearing down. Okay, give me a investigation check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies.
Ginko he's not at all like he's not gonna search. He's just sitting with his little chipmunk, just playing
On the
field,
corpse?
covered in blood.
Fair enough.
He has no idea to cover to
What's-
check.
9.
You got a 9.
Oh,
You
real
just
bad.
looting the one corpse.
Oh, is it my rolling problem?
I don't know who's looting which corpse.
I guess I would loot the one that I was right next to start with.
Okay.
With the sword and all that.
Yeah.
The fancy sword.
Major
all
one.
The big goblin or orc, whatever.
Okay.
I rolled
You gonna loot Tina's lunch?
Yeah, if there's anything to loot.
Okay. So roll for Tina's lunch.
11.
What did you roll? Sorry.
15.
Talk with your mouth full, please. So you find obviously the fancy schmancy staff. It appears to be just wood as you pick it up,
Okay.
but there's probably something else going on there.
Seems maybe magical.
No.
Okay. You have detect magic.
You find a large battle axe. It's not very high quality, and like 4 or 5 gold and a key.
A key?
Yep. You find
Probably
a
not much.
yeah. You find a magical like piece of metal about yay long.
Okay.
It looks like it's just like a flat piece of metal, but it everything there on the ground seems clean except for that one little thing that seems to be like sitting there where Tina was sitting. You find a tooth that has somehow got stuck to your hand
Okay.
as you are playing with the chipmunk.
Okay.
Quickly, as you guys are kind of like rummaging through the bodies, one of the carnies, can't remember her name. Let me see the cards you got there.
Nala?
Not Nala. It is
Not Gorn.
Zara. Zara runs up, and she had been tending to the kids, and she says, these kids just escaped from those orcs. They seem to have an encampment just outside of town, and there's a bunch more kids there, and some creatures that have been locked up. Would you guys be willing to go do a good deed for the town while we pitch up camp here?
I would be.
Is the town willing to pay for us to do this good deed?
1 second, let me go find out. And she scampers away. Min is just kind of sitting there, like, watching this, and he slowly trots over to you and says, what kind of recompense would you need for such a good deed?
God, okay. In this world, what is the usual going rate for a mercenary?
I mean, it depends on the scale of the job, right?
Sure.
I mean, it could be...
My character would know this.
Yeah. So, given the information that you have right now, how big of a job do you think this would be? on a scale from like 1 to 100? 100 being
like that dragon that we fought.
yeah, like killing a dragon or taking this stupid box that can't be fast traveled.
Fade in my existence. 100. So those orcs they seem to go down pretty easy from my perspective. So I would probably say, without really knowing much else, probably like a 20.
Okay.
Like, they didn't seem super well equipped. One of them was, but
Okay, so we'll say 200 gold
okay.
would be a decent rate for something like this.
All right.
So you say 200?
200 gold.
You sure you don't want to ask for more? If 200 is the fair rate, what would you ask for?
Is that just for you, or is that for the whole party?
Yeah, that's the question. I don't know.
Maybe per merc.
Okay. I feel like 200 gold per is fine.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to hash out logistics.
She comes back to us and she's like, "So we're getting 100 each."
Yeah, exactly. It's the best I could get. I'm sorry.
I'll divvy it up at the end, okay?